Hello everyone. Thanks for coming in to one of my videos. And today I brought in something that I rediscovered that I had in my box of little treasures that my mom gave me. She was a rock hound, and many years ago she gave me this sliver of what she told me was a petrified tree. They had a big piece of it and they took slices out of it. And I'm going to show you quickly the video I made of me demonstrating that I think now it's a mud fossil. If you can see on the left, it looks like a rib and skin or something around it, and then things formed around it as it fossilized. And then over there, I'm showing what might be internal organs. Like one looks like a bit of a stomach. And then, yeah, I'm going around, and it's a new way of looking at things, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I think that there is more to this, and I have it right here in my own house. I didn't realize till I was digging through stuff the other day. But yeah, do you see the rib, possibly, or a hip bone? Maybe it was a leg, and see how thick it is? So it was a slice off of a big piece that they had found, and I saw some rings, so naturally I said, okay, it's a petrified tree. I didn't know better. But yeah, now that I look at it closer, it definitely looks like some kind of critter. And either it was a rib or maybe a rear hip leg type bone. And then on the other side were some internal organs. So there you go with my personal mud fossil find. The other thing that I'm going to throw in here is, and I'm really going to go into detail with, is the Economist magazine. Let me grab that. Let's see here. Well, this was the 2020, and I've brought this up several times. And what I wanted to point out is something that someone else actually discovered. And that is, there are 12 lines to this eye examination type bean. And if you notice, the first line had 3 letters and the second line has 5. Anyway, they did a number thing on this. If you're into numbers, please do tune in with me and tell me what you see. My vibration is just not going that way. But what I do see in this, other than the obvious of the world in 2020, and you see Trump and you see Brexit, and then it's AI, Tokyo, Mars, climate, Xi, which is the Chinese president. I finally figured that one out. Recession, Modi, he is the Indian president. Exposed, GS bonds, GS bond, and it says Beethoven, vision, and then it starts getting really small. And what I did is I'll get to the smaller part in just a second. But yeah, it has. But then I also noticed things like, what caught my attention was the key. I saw this key. So it's kind of telling us, look at this differently. So I started going down here, and this looks like poison. You know, interesting. You know, nut. I think everybody's becoming a nut. But things like that, you know, I've just been looking at it differently in different. Oh, here with Modi, it also says Modi die. If you notice things like that, you know, some things to kind of take into the woo. But I blew this up further. Let me get the bottom part of this so we could see the small print. And as you can see, as it gets tinier, it goes into diversity, I'm not sure what rat NDP is, but it also says war. Going backwards, it says Russia. It says nightingale, male, and NRAP, that is a vehicle, I believe. Mail could be mail chain, I believe that's how you might spell it. I'm not sure on that one. Don't quote me on that one, but I would jump to mail chain, like, protection, body armor. So there's a lot going on in this magazine. And also, this other channel pointed out the colors where vision, they believe, is a nautical signal on the ocean. Red means right and green means left when you're driving or steering. So it's like stop, go, right, left. And then when it gets down here to vision, it's like they're saying in their show that means it's a signal for something to do a quick right turn, whatever that is. I thought this was all interesting, and these count 12 lines, and they think this means the 12 months of this year. And also in March, that's kind of where stop, go, or go with all the stuff they're doing. So it's interesting. Just thought I'd put that out there. And yeah, pretty darn interesting stuff with that, eh? And then, hold on just a second, I'm going to get the screens down. Oh, well, let's put this one back up. Yeah, I was kind of tickled when I found this piece. It was just been sitting there. I have a bunch of other rocks my mom either gave to me or I inherited, and so I'm going to go through those. I didn't save a lot of her other finds. My cousin wanted a small box of just random rocks, and I let her have them. Maybe I should have looked a little closer, but anyway, this one she gave to me. Oh, I must have been in my early 20s, and it was a really cool piece. And all these years I've been holding on to it, not realizing that it's not petrified wood. This is not petrified wood. Matter of fact, I'll run the thing again as I'm taking this out. As you can see, it's something else inside that had petrified. Darn sure. Yeah, that looks now more like a bone. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it's the back hip bone. That's what I'm kind of thinking along those lines. And the rest of the animal, I don't know what the other pieces looked off of this chunk of rock. She described it as being about a foot long. It was like a foot long chunk, and they were taking slices off of it. So interesting, huh? Well, I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. We've got great weather, and now I'm going to go in and try and figure out what we're going to have for dinner. So in the meantime, I hope you all stay well and, of course, stay frosty.